turning on a thin black sheet of glass. She saw both the lives flash before her eyes. She didn't even have time to cry. She was so...
What you're going to see in the next video might look like chaos. It might look like dysfunction. But to me, this was my home. This is what I knew. I lived this life. I am a survivor of domestic violence at the hands of my alcoholic husband, who passed away in 2024 due to his addiction. This video hit me hard. This video hit me like a punch in the gut. The yelling, the denial, the heartbreak in the man's voice. I've been there. So many people have. Let's look at this episode of intervention. Let's delve deep and let's try to understand more about addiction. So this is the truth about alcohol addiction. It doesn't just destroy the addict, it breaks down everyone around them. This is Andrea.
I'm 29 and I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
29 years old, addicted to alcohol. Alcohol is one of the most socially accepted yet deadly substances that there is out there. Just remember that as you watch.
I'm a mom. I love being a mom. I can't live in the house right now. I am an alcoholic.
This is so incredibly sad. She has 2 young children. Her husband does not want her in the home. I'm all too familiar with this because I was that person who did not want my husband in the home due to alcohol addiction.
Right now, I'm only drinking rum.
So Andrea has been an alcoholic for 4 years. She drinks a liter of rum a day. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, nearly 29.5 million people in the U.S. had alcohol use disorder in 2022. That is about 1 in 10 adults. But what's worse is that over 60% of people relapse within their first year of treatment. That is definitely... My husband was a part of those statistics. We will see if Andrea, at the end of this video, is a part of those statistics as well. My husband did try rehab twice. He made promises. He sobbed. And every time I dared to hope that the bottle would not come back. But every time it did. Let's listen more into Andrea's story.
It makes me drunk quicker than anything else would, I think. I never make mixed drinks. I take a shot and then swallow it with soda. With alcohol, it helps me feel better. Functional.
Andrea being a functioning alcoholic is
Okay, so
absolutely ridiculous.
This is Andrea's sister, Summer, and she is saying that Andrea is a functional alcoholic. I don't understand how she is a functional alcoholic. We will see more in a little bit. You're drinking a liter of rum a day. You can't be at your home with your children. You're not a functioning alcoholic. You are straight, probably level 4 alcoholic.
My mind, she doesn't seem to function at all.
If I don't have something to drink, I get shaky and then I get sick.
Which is withdrawals. That's what starts happening. You get shaky, you get sick, you can have seizures. My husband had seizures. He actually had one when he was driving a car. He had a seizure and ran into a sign. This withdrawal is extremely dangerous. Symptoms of alcohol withdrawal include seizures, heart arrhythmias, and vomiting. And this is according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine.
It's poisoning her and rotting her insides.
I bruise easier now. I just had one bad incident where I fell and got a lot of bruises. I was covered in them.
Excessive bruising may indicate compromised liver function, which also you will start getting fatty liver due to the alcoholism. My late husband did have a fatty liver when they found his body and the autopsy was done. He actually passed away due to chronic alcoholism. His body went into ketosis, which ketosis is where you lose weight. However, his situation was a little different. So he would drink and not eat. And so it did cause his body to go into this ketosis, but it's an alcoholic anorexia where the ketosis caused his body to create an acid so toxic that it caused his body to stop functioning. So there is alcoholic anorexia as well. Long-term alcohol consumption affects the liver's ability to produce proteins necessary for blood clotting, according to the National Institute of Health.
Every time I see that bottle go to her mouth, it's heartbreaking. I think she is dying a little bit every day, every sip she takes.
Every sip. This is the thing. You never know when your last sip is the last one that takes your life.
Time she throws up, every wall she bumps into is a little bit of a death. When she was a baby, she was so sweet. She was friendly. She was just a little trooper.
My mom's not a drinker at all, and my dad was a heavy drinker. She hated it.
So when Andrea was 6 months old, her mother did divorce.
I thought by divorcing him, I would protect her from him and his drinking. I do think that growing up without him was more difficult than I ever thought.
Andrea's the youngest of all of his kids. Probably needed him the most. And he wasn't there for most of her life.
Kid needs a positive mom and a dad.
We had a hard time growing up without him.
With regards to growing up in an alcoholic family with an alcoholic parent. Is it better to be with the alcoholic parent or without the alcoholic parent? I know that this really affected her. I have 2 young children. I don't know how that will affect them. I will say it was extremely dangerous for us to stay in that situation. So anytime that he did relapse, I did take the children away. We did have multiple restraining orders as well. There is alcoholism in my family as well. And I'm very familiar with this situation. I have very vivid memories and I don't have memories at all. And that is due to trauma. So if somebody is struggling with alcoholism, in my opinion, the best thing to do is to take those innocent children away from it. I understand they're without their parent. I understand that. But you need to take them away from it because otherwise the alcoholism is actually normalized and this is not normal.
She wanted to have the happy little family.
I guess it set in when I would be home alone and I had a 1-year-old and a 3-month-old. And I was having to change 2 diapers at once, make a bottle and then make McKenna lunch. And then try to feed myself and then clean the house. I was just like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I would drink while I was making dinner and just having a couple drinks, I could actually relax.
She would never be able to stop once she started. She'd keep going until she was completely out of it and passed out.
She's overwhelmed and needs to drink. What better person to drown your sorrows with than our dad?
I would go over there at night without the kids and he'd make some mixed drinks. It was nice to finally have a relationship with him, hanging out, doing stuff together.
Which in all reality, that does make sense. You've not had a dad in your life. And so when I connect over alcohol, It doesn't sound as though his alcoholism was as bad as my late husband's was. Again, he was dangerous. So there would not be any reason that we could actually stay around him. However, I understand she wanted to connect with her dad. She had 2 young kids at home, and her way to cope was alcohol. 4 years ago, Andrea's father did pass away from alcoholism.
I was hysterical. I couldn't even talk. That was bad.
It just made everything go more out of control for Andrea. She started drinking a lot more.
I feel like I don't have a life.
I think that alcohol is like a medication for her, and it helps her cover up the guilt that she certainly feels about not being with her kids, the guilt that she feels about not being a productive human being. She drinks so that she doesn't have to think about it, and it makes her life bearable for her.
Which I will say that makes sense in some aspect. I do believe, as much as my late husband, as much as he was drinking, I know that he did not want to continue drinking. In the moment, yes, he did. He did want to, because that is the addictive part of it. If he ever did sober up this last time, I know that he, again, would have vowed, I never will do it again, etc. He would have gone to treatment. That did not happen. However, I saw him after he was in treatment, and I saw how he was with the children, and I saw how he was with me and how he was with our family. And it is 2 totally different people. When you get that substance away and out of your system, you are completely different. So I understand why she just wanted to consume herself in this addictive behavior, because that is what addiction is. Doing an intervention. This is Candy Finnegan, the interventionist, and they are going to go ahead and hold the intervention, and let's see what those consequences are.
Oh my God.
You're gonna sit next to Mommy and Ralph.
Okay. Oh gosh. Oh.
I'm Candy Finnegan, and I just need to tell you how special today is for me, because you're so loved. And what an honor it is for me to be able to help you and your family. It means the world to me.
Andrea, I've seen your alcoholism affect your life negatively in the following ways. I see your body suffering from the falls and the throwing up.
Reality check. No. Okay, no. I give up. I surrender. I don't want to end up like my dad.
So this is Andrea, 3 months sober. Her skin looks a lot better. Her face is not as puffy, not as red.
I've made a lot of progress in treatment. It's amazing. Actually looking forward to my life. This is amazing. That's great. I honestly didn't think I'd be here. Knowing that I can do anything I want to, it just feels so good. It really does.
Andrea did relapse, and then she did get engaged and has been sober since January 6th of 2011. So congratulations to her. One thing I do want to just bring to light is just really the truth that there's a cycle of enabling as well. And I don't know this much about her story. It seems as though she was away from her family. I don't know where she was specifically living while she was drinking, etc. But enabling is a huge portion, and that was also a part of what happened during my husband's relapses as well. Now, I put up a very big boundary. I left him, and court ordered I was not allowed to go near him, and the children were not allowed to go near him. but his family continued to enable him. So it's so hard to admit, even now, how much the enabling happened, even without realizing it. It happened. His family wanted to keep the peace. His family cleaned up his messes. His family made excuses. His family believed that the good moments would return. And that's just, this video clearly shows that the family does believe that this is going to happen. This person is trying to desperately to hold on even while drowning. Enabling doesn't mean that you're weak, and it just really means that you're in this mode of survival. But the survival mode can keep you trapped in a cycle. And honestly, from somebody who's been, not that I've been the enabler, but the cycle that I was in with the multiple relapses, it starts becoming normal, which is really odd. It just starts becoming normal. And if that is your life, get out and get help. And once he passed and once he was gone, and I didn't have to think about custody, I didn't have to think about divorce, I didn't have to think about any of that, I finally was able to live free. It was so different from what I was living before. Freedom from him, freedom from his addiction, and just the ability to live our lives without the concern that he is going to relapse again. I still carry that weight of everything we went through. That's not mine to carry either. I pray about it. The kids and I talk about it. I do see a therapist. But now I can finally sleep at night knowing that we're not harassed. I don't have to worry about custody. I don't have to worry that he's going to find us. We are free from his addiction. So to anyone out there, if you're watching this and you're living a similar life, just know that I see you. You are not crazy. You're not alone, and it is 100% not your fault. People didn't believe me. I believe you. I do believe you. If you're battling addiction, please know this: help does exist, but it starts with truth. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to stop enabling and start protecting yourself. I'm sharing this not to shame anyone, but to open a door. Let's talk about addiction. Let's talk about enabling. Let's talk about healing. If this story hit your heart, leave a comment below. Let's start a conversation, not just about addiction, but about recovery, survival, and real change. So stay tuned for more true stories, real healing, only Shannon knows.